Still on justice for Mohbad. Have you ever wondered why we've not heard from the so-called driver that drove Mohbad in that SUV to the show and back? How come that driver is not corroborating the story, or let us say part of the story's truth and part lies of spending? How come that driver is not corroborating the story of Prime Boy, who claimed that there was no fight? Obviously, if there was a fight and the eventual demise of your best friend or anyone at all, the first that you will want to do is to deny until facts are presented, until evidences are presented. But where is this driver? How come the security that Wunmi claims she went to call, many of them are at large or they do not exist? How come nobody recorded that event? In our present day and society, people will bring out their smartphone first before they even help you get out of a critical situation. Where are the evidences? Are there evidences that people are keeping to present in court, not the coroner inquest, which is basically a fact-finding platform? Well, you're about to be pulled out of your comfort zone, because what you will be listening to will shock you. You will get to understand what happened. You will get to know from the side of the driver. Yes, that driver that seems to be a ghost, you'll get to know. And also, you also get to hear from professionals. And this Mohbad punched the windscreen or side windscreen, trying to pull out Prime Boy. All of that, and with the so-called injury they claim that Mohbad had from punching, you will get to understand it all. You'll get to know, because this justice for Mohbad must be rounded up ASAP. We cannot keep on it until everything becomes watered down. No, it has to come to an end, and it is going to end on those that took the life of Mohbad, those that are directly or indirectly involved. You all know. But before proceed further, please like and share, tap on the subscribe button. Very important. To those that have tapped on the thanks button, the one with the love icon, the sign in the middle of it, may God bless you, may God replenish your pocket. If you also want to be a part of this, you want to do something, you can as well tap on this same button. Still on justice for Mohbad.
Do you think if there's a fight, there won't be any visual evidence? If CY can go as far as recording Mohbad's voice when they are making call, do you now think there won't be any video of such issue between Mohbad and Prime Boy? Let's just be realistic. Let's just be realistic.
In my own honest opinion, I feel like there's a Mohbad body, the injury he sustained, and all of that, and those video are evidence. I'm blood. Yeah, the stained clothes. There's a picture of the stained clothes. The aftermath of the events of the fight. There's a video evidence of that, and that would only be presented when the trial begins. So
and when do you even talk about it? When do you talk about it as well?
Yeah, we don't have to force people to hand over.
You're not getting it.
No, hold on. Let me land.
You're not getting my question.
Hold on. Let me land. There is no video.
No, I don't want the video. I'm only asking, is there any visual evidence
of
concerning the fight? I'm not talking about the injury. I'm not talking about the blood. You see, when we're talking about injury, I don't want to go this far before. I don't want to go this far before.
Okay.
If we are talking about injury, I can sustain injury at
No,
the
wait,
football pitch.
Arifa,
Wait, get me right,
because
get
you've
me
not.
right.
Okay.
Let me hold my camera and show you something, please. Let me open my camera and show you something, please. Let me open the camera. I want you to see something. I sustained an injury of recent. I'm talking about of recent on a bike. You understand? Look at it. This is my leg. Can you see the injury?
Yeah.
You can see.
Yeah.
Okay. Likewise, my hand. You can see.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if I sustain an injury on the bike, and maybe where I'm coming from, there's a fight between me and one person, and I got home. Something happened to me inside my house. People were aware that I sustained injury from a bike. Many people don't know. But there was a fight in the house between me, maybe my siblings or my wife or anybody. At the end of the day, it results to me losing my life. I am not there anymore to explain to the public what really happens to me. Do you understand? It's only the people that are around that will tell you this is what happened, this is how it is, this is how it is. If there's nothing of such, do you believe that many things can be manipulated concerning the same injury I sustained? Some people might say, I sustained the injury in the course of that fight. I sustained the injury while I'm still fighting somebody else outside. Or I sustained the injury while I have a fall on a bike. I don't know, maybe you get what I'm saying.
I understand what you're trying to say. But
now, what I'm trying to bring out there is this. The source of that injury. Fine, there's an injury being established, a picture or a video of a hand swelling, injury in the healing process. I keep saying it.
On that night, there was a picture on the night, the day after.
Wait. No. We don't need to conclude when the picture was taken. The picture was not taken at the show, neither inside the car. The picture of the hand that you and I saw, maybe you saw another one, different from the one I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah.
The same video that I believe you're talking about was the hand where Mohbad was lying down. If truly that hand is Mo, where he was lying down, not at the show, it should be in his house. You understand? So we don't know, maybe the injury was truly sustained at the show or not. But they established the fact that there's an injury accepted because we saw the video of that hand and the picture of that hand. We don't know where it is sustained. That is where I'm going. How sure are we that the injury is truly sustained from the fight? Remember, they are talking about a broken glass.
You're narrating too much. I might not be able
Arifa, let me speak to your consciousness.
You're narrating too much. Let me approach it.
Arifa, let me speak to your consciousness now. You know, with what you have just explained, Arifa, when you go to the court, the judge will tell you that according to the facts before me,
exactly,
the judge deal with the facts. You understand? Either it happens sometimes or it's happened anytime. So far, the fact is being presented. The case will go, the judge will go along with the fact presented, not about so person think, I think, maybe it happens all the time. If there is fact that this thing is what killed this guy, and there is no objection to that fact, the judge will judge according to the fact.
Okay, yeah. I would like to give my own submission. One thing we have to realize is that... Hold on. Arifa, you said something.
No, I'm going, that's not true.
Okay.
There's an objection to that fact. In as much, Prime still remains the same in his position that there's nothing like physical fight. There's no injury sustained at the show. This is the person in question. Westo fought with Arifa. Arifa sustained that injury in his leg. Westo keeps saying there is no fight between me and Arifa. He is the person in question. You understand? So, please, I just want us to get this straight. There's an objection here. And this is the reason why the PR or what is it called? IPO is being invited time without number yet to appear. If truly there is a fight, I'm still pushing it to you and Dabs. If truly there is a fight, you can't say for a year now, there won't be any visual evidence of that fight.
That is the evidence that's the evidence that will be presented in trial. Because you've not seen a video or because you've not been able to get a possession of something doesn't mean that thing do not exist.
All right.
And there's
until when the trial begins and there's a need to provide a visual evidence or a visual recording, we have to hold on. We don't have to say there is not. As of now, we've not seen. That's the right word to say. But do not conclude that there are no evidence. Let's wait for the trial and then.
As of now, that there is no visual evidence
provided online
of anything issue between Prime and Mo. You understand? And there's a picture evidence of an injury, and there are two people who has come out point blank to talk about blood in that house, not at the show, not in the car, in that house. And this same set of people connected to this case are saying it's just a minor injury. Minor injury.
Yeah.
You understand? And the police came out to tell us it is a severe injury.
No. Police never said it was a severe. They said it was a severe pain. Any injury can cause a severe pain.
Yes.
So we have to make. Police said there was he suffered a severe pain, not a severe injury. That's what we have.
They said he bled profusely. He bled profusely and suffered severe pain. They never said
God bless you, man. God bless you, man.
Okay. The man.
Yeah.
Can you please differentiate between that the bleeding profusely and the aspect of minor?
Now you see what can you deduce between them? When you say a minor injury, a minor injury can cause profuse bleeding. It depends on the aspect that injury is. I am a nurse, so I will be able to explain it to you. If there is a minor injury on any vein or any artery
on the blood vessels, you will bleed profusely.
That will be profuse bleeding. The injury may be minor, but the vessel will bleed profusely. So either it's minor or it's not minor. It could bleed profusely.
Yeah. And now we do not. Hold on, Arifa, hold on.
Let me now tight the man according to the police statements.
Yes. No. You cannot. The only thing that would wait now. Let me add. No, I don't agree.
I like the way the man comes into the issue. Let me tight him according to the police statement and him claiming to be a nurse according to his profession. Is it profession? According to his profession.
Profession.
Yes. Let me put it to him this way. The police said he bleeds profusely from the show from Ikorodu to Lekki.
Yes.
And they all attest to the hours, which is 2 hours from Ikorodu to Lekki, according to all of them.
Yes.
Now, the police said he bleeds continuously the following day.
No. They never said it. They said they bleed continue.
So.
They never said
No. Calm down. They said so. You understand?
Continue. I'm listening.
If at all, let me start from that 2 hours. Sir, profuse bleeding means the blood is flowing in the eye. How am I to put it? In a very gushing. Thank you. The blood is gushing out. Now, is it possible for human being, you being a medical personnel, is it possible for human being to bleed in that manner for good 2 hours and still remain firm?
It depends on the artery or the vessel that is involved. If somebody stabbed you in the heart, within minutes you will die, because the heart will be pumping the blood out. It will be gushing.
If someone stab you in the neck, also.
If they stab you in the neck, that is the jugular vein, it will be gushing.
But
if they stab you, in a vein that is carrying blood back to the heart, the bleeding will be continuous, but it will not be gushing. Profusely here means continuous bleeding. Even a slight cut may be bleeding continuously. It depends on how heavy the flow is. So when they say it bleed profusely, that is, it was a continuous bleeding, non-stop bleeding, but it depends on the amount of blood going out at a time that will determine how to
I would like to add.
Diman, thank you. You know, Diman, thank you.
Twist the situation.
No.
Arifa, that's the better explanation you can see. Arifa,
in a way that will suit your explanation. Wait now, Abati. No, don't come in, Abati. Please don't come in. Don't come in. Abati, don't come in.
Arifa, wait.
You're trying, the man is trying to put it in a way that will suit his explanation. You understand? The way that will back up whatever is trying to say. This is a very simple question. I've been to General Hospital because of this issue, and I was even opportune to meet the man that head the General Hospital, the doctor. You understand? I put it to him, sir, medically, let's leave Mohbad case out of it. Medically, let's be frank. If someone is bleeding profusely, is it possible for somebody to bleed for good 2 hours? And the man said the person will faint. The person will faint. So the first thing to do if the blood is gushing out is to arrest the blood. When they arrest the blood, they will now look for a way to rescue the person. But you are trying to tell me it depends on the injury. You just said when they talk about profusely, it means the blood is gushing out, regardless of where you sustain the injury.
I didn't say that.
Diman, Arifa, wait, Arifa.
Abati,
wait, now me tennis Suru. I just
don't come in. Abati, please don't come in. Abati,
no, I'm not
come
coming in. I just want to ask you a question. I'm not coming in. I want you to answer.
Don't ask me any question yet. Wait, don't ask yet.
But we don't want you to
ask
tell.
yet.
Intelligent men are talking now. The man,
the man.
We don't want you to talk.
The man. I ask you, sir. I said, what can you say concerning previously and minor? You said previously means gushing.
Continuous.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say
Continuous.
Continue.
Which means
Arifa, you know what?
You cannot calculate the amount of blood.
Arifa, you know what?
You cannot calculate the amount of blood.
Try and look for the dictionary meaning of profusely and gushing. When you see that dictionary meaning, because you know what happens when you go to the court. When you go to the court, and we get to this point, they will have to call an expert.
Now,
it's not even that. Demand. You know,
demand.
Like, okay, Mohbad break the glass. Where in the part of your hand is going to affect?
Ideally, I expected it to affect the fist.
And the fist and the wrist, isn't it?
Yes, if it is a punch.
Good.
But I think...
Hold on. Thank you. So if you affect the fist...
Try to put it to him. Try to put it to him. Let him understand.
Let me
Let him understand that.
Let me, hold on.
There must be bruises also. There must be bruises also.
Arifa, if you affect the fist and the wrist, you know, in the wrist, there's a pulse there, isn't it? We can find pulse. Exactly. So that can affect as well, isn't it? Is that what you are talking about? Thank you.
Like, let me explain that.
At the same time, that man, so that you explain together. So that you explain together. So they know that the Kelly explain it back on you.
Okay.
You know, if a punch went into a glass and the hand goes into it, don't you think there must be bruises around the arms here?
You don't explain it in that form. Let me come in. If you punch that glass, when you punch a glass, and the glass breaks, you will not have a laceration. You don't understand? When that thing comes in, you will see the signs that the glass is shattered, and there will be different wounds everywhere. different laceration and all that time. It will not be just that straight line. That straight line is only when you use a glass to scratch somebody. But when you punch a glass, a lot of laceration will be on that hand.
You might even have a fracture, likely fracture.
Yes, you might have but that laceration will be visible, which was not in that picture they showed us. Those are the areas the lawyers need to defend in court. It cash. The driver is driving for a company. Why was the money not transferred so that we can see an evidence that money was paid?
Thank you, sir.
That is a very important point. Because the funny thing should happen is working for a company. You're supposed to transfer that money so we can see an evidence that money was paid through social bank. Why was the money collected? Why should somebody go out of the house to collect money from POS to pay cash?
And that kind of Prado need to they need to take it to the...
So all those things you need to tell the lawyers what they need to say. If they don't know what to say in court, we may lose this case.
I want to say something. Thank you, everyone. It's been an let me say,
impressive. Supposed to take to the dealer, not
this
to drop anyway.
This is
mute now.
Let me see.
If Darusha, that is not mobile, can decide to go back home as at 2 a.m. when they go to Lekki, why will the driver that can drive decide to stay back at Mohbad's house and go back in the morning?
Well, let me just say something. The reason why we took a long time discussing about glass, as if that is working Mohbad. But since we have decided to talk about it, I have one thing to say. I will start from...
sorry, everyone. Please, sorry. Mommy Yeti, I want to pick my daughter in school. Can you hold the place for me? Just tell me.
Okay. I can't bring anybody.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, go ahead.
Since we have decided to discuss about the broken glass, I will say my part. But I will start from where the man stopped by saying, why POS? Why not this? Why not that? I investigated that part, but the response I got, even when I'm yet to accept it, is that the driver said he doesn't want it to be known to the office, that is going to be sanctioned, it's going to be dry, it's going to be queried, that he needs to fix it before he get back to the office, that even the company was calling already to say, why the delay? Come on time, be coming and dress. And the driver was like, he's coming, he's just trying to fix something, until he started, avoiding them knowing that
that driver will go to jail. He will go to jail.
Hold on, no, that is what I had. And the fact that I had that doesn't mean I believe it, or I want to believe it, or I want to accept it. But I need to say this so that we can all, think from that direction if it is right or not. Because
welcome back. The driver. The truth of the matter is that the police botched this case from the beginning. They gave Wunmi time to cover up. Investigation would have started right from when Mohbad's father went to the police station to report and also get documentation to take Mohbad to the morgue. If they had swung into action, if it were a sane climb where things work, at least 75% as it should, we will not have this rigmarole, we will not have this beating around the bush, we will not have this upsy, topsy, downsy, all of this trash that we are all dealing with. We will not have it. The police would have done due diligence, but because they are only existing to serve the elite and, of course, to serve their own pocket, the only time they swing into action is when they have to prove. Look at the case of Mohbad. It is glaring to everyone that something is amiss. Something happened that should not have happened. And the police are not willing to do the needful. They did the most laziest and the most corrupt, wicked, evil job on this justice for Mohbad. They went there, moved around, pretended as if they were really into getting evidence, and they came back with nothing. Everything is inconclusive. Investigation inconclusive. They ended up with their submission or conclusion. Prime Boy fought Mohbad. But those that are there said Prime Boy did not fight Mohbad. Even Wunmi herself said that Prime Boy provoked Mohbad. And Prime Boy said, I did not provoke Mohbad. It was actually Wunmi and Mohbad that were having fight. I was trying to be a peaceful person, umpire. I was reprimanding my friend. My friend got upset, said I should get out. Okay, so they said Mohbad bled profusely. Till today, that use of word has become something that a lot of people are debating on social media. What does profusely mean? According to the police who made that statement or read the report, what does profusely mean? Are they saying something that gushed and stopped abruptly? Is that what it means to that police officer who decided to use that word? But if we are to go by the dictionary explanation of that word, it means that Mohbad really had a lot of fluid coming out of his body in a way and manner that a normal sane person will not go home. The next place you want to go to is definitely one of the hospitals around. Now, let us say Mohbad didn't want to go to the hospital. Maybe they had the way to stop the flow. Where and how did he get this injury? Did Prime Boy mistakenly use something on him when no one was watching? Because what we heard is that they didn't see. We were far off. We didn't see. What about the driver that was there? The talk is, I had to ask them to pay me cash so that I can repair what was broken. Who broke it? Did Mohbad hit some blunt object like a bottle or whatever? We don't know. We don't know. But what has been established is that Prime Boy did not fight Mohbad physically. Got him upset? We don't know. So, what about the part of what happened to Mohbad at home? That part is still a mystery till today. And the nurse, we are seeing several videos circulating. We don't know if those videos are old videos or current, where the nurse can be seen enjoying herself, clubbing. Yeah, clubbing, enjoying herself, relaxing, doing a lot of activities that someone who is guilty should not be doing. Who is going to go down for the demise of Mohbad? Even if the nurse is going down, the cost of inviting the nurse has to be looked into. I don't know what you guys think of this. It's a serious issue. It's a serious issue. Everyone is preparing and gearing for the 30th of this month, where the next coroner inquest will be held. And Wunmi, obviously, will have to be there, according to what our lawyer said. And also, I believe other people too will be invited. People are tired of the coroner inquest because they are not getting that fast response that they expect. They are not getting any headway. It's as if we are solving an equation without answers to it. That is how it is to a lot of people. People want action. But the truth of the matter is this. Those that are supposed to be treated as suspects are being treated as victims, and evidence that will nail, evidence that will prove, the police have refused to do the needful on it. They have refused outrightly. To them, it's like, why would we waste state resources or waste our energy on getting justice for someone that we can even shoot without caring, or someone that we can force to the ATM to extort money of that person. To them, who is Mohbad? Mohbad is not the son of the governor of Lagos State or the son of any politician. Mohbad's father is just a mere carpenter. That his demise has caused all of the trend. To them, it is inconsequential to them. So the police said they have done their own job and they have handed it to the state prosecutor. That's the end of it. They are not doing anything anymore. They are not going to investigate anything. And don't forget that it's a big shame to them if they begin to investigate again, because the public are screaming and shouting. It will appear as if those that were sent, the so-called specialists, it will appear as if they do not know their job. A request has been sent forward to change the police that are investigating the demise of Mohbad. I don't know if it has been agreed upon to change them or not. I do not know. We'll keep our fingers crossed. It might be slow, but the more we push and press, the better it is going to be at the end of the day. Still on justice for Mohbad. I don't know what you guys think of this submission from our guest. All of them, they have submitted their own thought and opinion, trying to establish and also point out facts, and some of them have created scenarios on this same journey of justice. Who hit what? What did they hit? Was there a fight at home or not? The reason why some of this issue is the way it is and we are not getting any clarity is simply Mohbad's mother. I blame Mohbad's mother a lot. In fact, that woman, she has done a lot of havoc, a lot of terrible, wicked, evil. I don't know if it is possible ever, because she has done the damage already. I don't know if it is ever going to be possible, because at the onset, very much at the onset, if she had taken positive action, I don't think Wunmi and whoever would have been able to cook up these lies to this point. Maybe the reason why she's acting the way she's acting is, I'm kind of thinking that she's aware already that Mohbad had passed away on Monday, something related to that. I'm kind of thinking, and because there are certain things that she's also part of, that is the reason why she's just sort of keeping this useless cool, trying to pretend and act like it is so sad. It is so sad.